team talking sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I'm really going to talk about the state of affairs for New York football in general. I thought it was appropriate to make this video on the week of the game between the New York Giants and the New York Jets, a game in which I will be attending. I'm very excited to be going there. I'm going to be there with Bad Dog, Kid Blue, One Giant Rebuttal, along with a few other people as well. And hopefully we get to meet a ton of our subscribers and Jets fans alike. I'm really looking forward to going to that game, and hopefully it's a good game. We know that it's not good teams. Hopefully it's competitive, and hopefully the Giants could come out with a victory. But the state of the affairs for New York football right now is at its lowest point since I've been watching sports. I always say I was born in 85. I really didn't start watching football probably around 91, 92, maybe 93. And yes, the Giants and Jets have certainly gone through tough times. The Jets have had some competitive teams. They've never gotten over the hump since '69, obviously. But in my lifetime, they've never won a Super Bowl. They've never been to a Super Bowl. But they've certainly had some very good teams. They had two teams that went to the AFC Championship game under Rex Ryan. They made an AFC Championship game there with Vinny Testaverde and Bill Parcells. And they had a number of other seasons in which they, made the wild card or the divisional round, and they just never could get over the hump. But the Jets have had periods where they were very competitive. The Giants, of course, 2000, they make the Super Bowl. In the 90s, they had some competitive teams. 97, they make the playoffs. And then, throughout Eli's career and the early 2000s, they were competitive up until about 2011, 2012. But over the last 3 years specifically, and even before that, but the last 3 years specifically, or 2.5 years, whatever you want to call it, these two teams have combined to play 81 games. They've won 20 of them. Combined, they are 20-61. They've both been picking up at the top of the draft. Of course, the Giants, the year they took Saquon Barkley, picked second. The Jets picked third. The following year, the Jets picked third again, and the Giants picked sixth. So they've both been really bad. They're both in a rebuild phase. And the New York Jets this year went out there and they tried to bring the team some hope. Sam Darnold had a strong finish to his season. They went out there. They brought in Le'Veon Bell. They bring in Jamison Crowder. They get C.J. Mosley. But they bring in a coach, in Adam Gase, who doesn't know what he's doing. Every Jet fan is calling for his head. They want him off the team. And the offensive line, they did not fix it. The year before, as bad as the Giants' offensive line was, the Jets was worse. I think they were ranked 26th or 27th per PFF. They did very little to address that. I think they brought in Khalil, but he's not getting the job done. And the Jets are really in bad shape right now. And it's the same thing for the Giants. The New York Giants, we all know the history. They take Saquon Barkley. They pass on Darnold. They allow Darnold to go to the Jets, who doesn't seem to be getting the job done. Some may argue it is Darnold. Some may argue that it's the surrounding pieces. But regardless, Darnold has not gotten it done. Saquon Barkley is great, but it hasn't attributed to wins since Barkley's been here. They've won 7 contests. And he's had an injury. He's back in the field. He still looks like he's not 100%. I love Saquon Barkley. I think he's a vital piece to the future. I think we will win with Saquon Barkley one day. I'm remaining an optimistic approach. But we have been through very tough times. Daniel Jones has had his ups and downs. You expect that from a rookie quarterback. The offensive line has not progressed. And most importantly, the Giants' defense has been atrocious in most of these games this year. And it's a defense that starts 4 or 5 rookies, and it'll probably start more as we get, going in the season. Corey Ballantyne got some time. I expect to see Beal, who's pretty much a rookie, get some time down the stretch. Julian Love. So they're going to learn as they go. But it is tough to be a New York sports fan right now. Overall, really. I mean, outside of the Yankees, I'm not a hockey guy, but the Rangers and Islanders aren't doing that much. I know the Islanders did pretty well last year. Basketball, the Knicks, do I even need to get into them? The Nets made some noise, but who cares about the Nets at the end of the day as far as I'm concerned? I'm a Knicks fan. And with the Jets and the Giants, it's as low as it's ever been. To win 20 combined games in your last 2.5 years as a franchise between the two of them, that's pretty bad. That's Cleveland Browns type bad. And hopefully it gets better. And, it's just tough right now to be a New York fan. And I commend all the New York fans, Jets and Giants, that have stuck through this. And hopefully it gets better for both of us. I'm never a guy that bashes the Jets and hopes any ill will upon the Jets. I didn't like Rex Ryan. I'll be the first to tell you that. I like his personality, but I didn't like how he came in and basically said that you guys took over New York. But outside of that, I've never had a problem with the Jets. I hope they improve. I hope we kick your ass on Sunday. But it's a tough time for both of us, Giants and Jets fans alike. I always say it, I have the best supporters on YouTube. I could not have started a YouTube channel at a worse point. I come in last year when the Giants have the second pick. It's supposed to be an exciting year. We still got, we bring in Barkley. Eli's still the quarterback. We're hoping we could compete. We get some pieces back. And last year was a complete disaster, just like the year before in 2017. And now this year, we haven't really had much positive to talk about at all. We had a brief stint there with Daniel Jones with the Tampa Bay game. There's been glimmers of hope with Jones, which is good and encouraging. The defense, yeah, Marcus Golden's been good, but there's very few standouts. Dexter Lawrence looks to be a bright young piece, but there's very little to look forward to outside of the offseason in which we have cap space, and we will have a ton of draft picks, much like the Jets had last year, which is why the Jets had hope going into this year. They signed a ton of free agents. Now, I don't think they signed them in the right areas, and if you're a Jet fan, you better hope they correct that in the offseason, and I think you're going to have a new head coach, and who knows, maybe the Giants will as well. But at least the Giants have that hope. They have that free agency money, and they have 10 draft picks. But New York sports right now is tough, and you guys are the best fans in the world. I always say that. If I was doing a YouTube channel for almost any other team, and I had started last year, there was no chance in hell I'd get the views that I do on my videos. New York fans care more than anybody, and you guys are the best fans out there, which is why I cannot wait to hopefully meet some of you at that game. And I love everything that you guys do for my channel, and we're all in it together, man, and we're going to get better, but it's going to take time. But I will be previewing this game tomorrow, even though a lot of people probably won't care about it, being that the game means nothing. But to me, there's still a lot to look forward to this year that hopefully improves on both the defense and with Daniel Jones. So I will be previewing this game. I'm looking forward to covering it. But I just wanted to make a video commending the New York sports fans and, how they've stuck through these dark days in New York football, because it's never been worse. But as always, guys, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment. Maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.